soaring up high, got no clue. How do I know what I mean to you? Yeah. Say it out loud, spill the truth. Tell me how I'm gonna get close to you. Yeah. High and low, in between, acting out, make a scene. Working on our body language, working on our body language. Baby, now tell me exactly how you feel. I'm just trying to keep it real. Let me love you on the inside, love you on the inside. Tell me exactly what you mean. You mean everything to me. Let me love you on the inside, love you on the inside. Tell me you're lost, feel so blue, leaving me on the spot so confused. Oh baby, tasting so sweet, acting so rude. Won't you tell me what I'm supposed to do? Yeah. High and low, in between, acting out, make a scene. Working on our body language, working on our body language. Baby, now tell me exactly how you feel. I'm just trying to keep it real. Let me love you on the inside, love you on the inside. Tell me exactly what you mean. You mean everything to me. Let me love you on the inside.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of our Joy of Life series. We are here with Danika and Finley, and as you can see, they are both feeling pretty happy about the birth of their child. But Danika is concerned about the fact that their home is not big enough for this family. And I do think that she is wanting to talk with Finley about the fact that she is really concerned that they are having some trouble getting into the home that she has found for them that is big enough for them. I think she's going to be telling him soon that they really do need to find a way to get into that new home. So I'm just going to have her go ahead and have a little bit of a conversation with Finley and express her concerns with him. I think in this episode we are going to be heading towards trying to find a way into our forever home and seeing this family get on the path to finding their way into that forever home. So we're just going to have Danika go ahead and come over and express her concerns to Finley. And she's just going to explain to him that, this house has really served its purpose. And she's just telling him, I really feel like we've really outgrown this house. And he's like, well, what do you want us to do about that? I mean, we don't have the funds right now. And Danika says, well, everyone else gets a mortgage. Why don't we go to the bank and we can try to see if we can apply for a mortgage and see if we can get approved for a mortgage. And then we can sell this house and we can purchase the home that I found that, fits our needs. And Finley is going to tell her that if that's the way she feels, that she can go ahead and she can do that. So I think that Danika is going to head herself over to the bank at some point today, and she's going to see if she can get them approved for a mortgage. And she's hoping that that bank visit is going to go well. I do think that Finley has to head off to work today, so we will be seeing, obviously, the children will head off to daycare while Danika goes and tends to the bank and the things that she has to do there at the bank to try to apply for the mortgage. But, she's really feeling excited about the fact that she can apply for this mortgage. She's excited that Finley has given her the go-ahead for them to at least proceed with moving forwards with trying to move into their forever home. And so her plan is to go ahead and head on into the kitchen. She's going to help get everyone, situated as far as that goes. I do think that actually it's really late. Let's go ahead and get everyone into bed. We'll let them get a little bit of rest here, and then in the morning we'll get her up. She'll do breakfast with everyone, and then we'll be able to, in the morning, head her out to the bank, and they will apply for that mortgage and see how that goes. But for now, we're going to let them get some sleep, and I'll see you in the morning. So it is the next morning. Well, actually, it's really not the next morning. It's in the middle of the night. But unfortunately, the baby is up. The baby is needing to be fed. So we're just going to go ahead and take care of this little one. We're going to give her a little bit of a feed, and we're going to make sure that she's taken care of. Obviously, Finley has taken himself into the kitchen to get himself a bite to eat because he's a glutton and that's what he does. He's not even hungry, but he's in there, stress eating. I think he is a little bit stressed about the fact that Danika wants to get a mortgage. This house, they don't have a mortgage, and he's not really quite sure how he feels about having a mortgage. I think part of him feels like that's going to be a little bit more stress, and he's just a little concerned with it overall. He does realize that they really don't have room for the children in this house, and they really do have to upgrade, but he's just not quite sure how he feels about it. So it is the next morning. I am going to go ahead and get Danika into the kitchen. We're going to have her make some breakfast for the family. Finley does have work, like I said, today, so he'll be heading himself off to work, and she's just going to cook up a meal for everybody to eat. So we'll get everyone fed, and then once breakfast is done, she's going to head off to the bank and apply for that mortgage, and hopefully we'll be able to get pre-approved for that so that we can find out how much we can basically get from the bank in order to purchase a home. She knows roughly about what the house is as far as cost-wise, so she knows roughly about how much she's wanting to ask if she can get pre-approved for. And so she's just going to go in feeling really confident, feeling like a boss queen. And she's like, I think that, hopefully this will all go my way and we'll be able to get pre-approved and we'll be able to, sell this home, and we will be able to purchase up the home that really does fit our needs, and it's the home that I have found that I adore, and our family will be able to upgrade and live in this forever home. And so she's feeling really inspired. She's feeling like everything's, hopeful and going to go their way. And she's called everyone over to a meal. So all of the toddlers are just going to come on in here and grab themselves a little bit of a bite to eat. And then she will head herself off to the bank. But she's feeling really hopeful. She's feeling like things are, hopefully going to line up for this family, and that she's going to have all of her dreams come true. And I really hope that that is the case, because honestly, today is actually the baby's birthday and she'll be aging up to an infant, and we really just don't have the room for this family in this small little home. I don't know that we'll actually be able to find our forever home in this episode, and so we are going to have the toddlers and an infant in this home, but hopefully we will find our forever home soon. So let's go ahead and go over to the bank. So we've arrived here at the bank. We're just going to go ahead and send Danika in. She is headed off to the washroom. She just wants to get herself cleaned up a little bit, and we're going to wait for the loan officer to show up. And once the loan officer does show up, we will go ahead and meet with him, and hopefully we'll be able to find out some information on the mortgage options and discuss with him what it is that we can do as far as getting a mortgage, and if we could potentially get approved for something like that. So we're going to have Danika come on over and speak to the loan officer and talk to him about loan options. She doesn't necessarily think that she wants to get a loan. She really is just wanting to apply for a mortgage. So we're going to have her go ahead and ask him about some options and just discuss with him the fact that she is wanting to get a mortgage. And so she's like, I have found a home that I'm really interested in, but I need a mortgage. And he's like, absolutely, we can handle that for you. How much is the home worth? And she's like, I think it's roughly around like 95 and some change. And he's like, okay, well, let's go ahead and get you to apply for a mortgage here. And she's like, that would be fantastic. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to apply for a mortgage. The mortgage amount is $94,000 is what we're going to apply for, because the house is actually like 93 and some change. I went and took a look at that. So we're going to apply for $94,000. The interest rate or the closing cost and down payment up front, we'll leave at 20%, because I guess that's probably like the standard rate. And we will leave that at that amount. So that would be the down payment and the closing amount. And then we are going to go ahead and we'll select that. And we're going to see, it looks like we would have a loan of $75,200 for our application, and it looks like we have been pre-approved. So we're going to select one of these options, $75,200 for 8 weeks at 20% down with a 2.5 interest rate, or the other one. I'm going to go with the lower interest rate, I think. And it does look like it has been approved. And so we do have 7 days that we are eligible for this. So we have to find a home within 7 days. So we are going to need to obviously go and take Danika home and have her find a realtor so that we can get started on finding ourselves a home. So I'm going to send Danika on to the house and have her start looking for realtors. That way we can get started on finding ourselves a home. Obviously, she's already found the home that she wants, but she still does have to hire a realtor. She has to go through a realtor in order to find herself the home that she wants. So as you can see, Danika is feeling super happy about the way the visit went with the bank. She is thrilled with the fact that they were pre-approved for the mortgage. She has awesome news that she can tell Finley when he gets home from work. But for now, we're going to send her on home, and she's going to look into finding a realtor and go ahead and get started on getting that process in motion so that she can find their forever home, because that is obviously a priority for her. So I'll see you when she gets back to the house. So Danika has arrived home. We are just going to have her go ahead and hire a realtor, and we are also going to have someone come out and appraise our current home, because we do want to know how much our current home is worth, so we'll know about how much we're going to be able to sell our house for. So we'll go ahead and we'll get all of that information set up. We are going to just check the mail because it looks like we have something in the mailbox, and it looks like we got our debit card in the mail, so that's fantastic. We will go ahead and have her go on in the house and schedule these meetings. It looks like she's also wanting to tend to the little ones a little bit, so we'll have her do that. But our first priority here is getting these realtor set up and getting the appraisal set up. So we'll have those meetings set up here really quickly. That way we can go ahead and get started on finding our forever home. But we do need to obviously get in here and take care of Angelina, because she is really, really upset. She's needing to be taken care of. So we'll just give her a little bit of a diaper change and get her fed here. Reva has come on in, and he's just watching Mom take care of the little one. And he's like, I don't understand why we have so many babies in this house. And, you know, that's part of the problem, son. That is part of the problem. So we have gone ahead and we have set up the person that's going to come and do the appraisal on the house. Now we're just going to go ahead and hire a realtor. We will look through the selections of realtors and see which one is the best fit for us. Obviously, we want someone that has a really good rating, that has done multiple years in this field. So we'll see what our options are and go ahead and pick this gentleman here. He's got 5 stars and he's been doing this for like over 20 years. So we have hired him. We're going to have him come on over. We'll set an appointment to have him come and visit us, and we can discuss, obviously, with him doing some options of homes and being able to select some listings with him. Hopefully they are able to get on and we can go ahead and get this process started. So that is what we're going to do, is set up an appointment with him and have him come around so that she can discuss with him what her options are and what it is that she kind of wants out of this experience. So Danika's feeling really thrilled about the fact that this process is going on. She's hoping to have this all squared away and dealt with before Finley comes home from work. That way he doesn't have to stress over it. She knows that he told her that, you know, she could go ahead and handle the bank stuff, but she also wants to go ahead and deal with the house stuff. She doesn't want him having to feel like he's stressed over it, and she just wants to obviously kind of make it seamless for him so that he doesn't have to worry. So our lady is here that is going to do our appraisal, and she'll come in and she's going to take a look at the house and make sure everything is okay. I'm just going to have Danika throw out the spoiled food and make sure everything is on the up and up here in the house. Make sure it's clean and tidy and things look good here in the house so that our appraisal goes well. I don't know if that will affect it or not, but we do want to make sure that obviously everything is, you know, good to go as far as that, so that it does get a good rating and a good appraisal, and hopefully it will be worth a significant amount of money so that we can get the most out of this property listing, and that way we can sell it for a decent amount. Our appointment has been set up with our realtor, and he also will be coming by soon, and we will then be able to let him know what it is that we're looking for in a home, what area we're looking for, and what our price range is, and things of that nature. And Danika is obviously, she has her heart set on a property out in Tomarang. She's already found her perfect home. She just needs the realtor to basically offer the house to her and take her out to see it so she can put an offer on it. And considering she's already been pre-approved for a specific amount for a mortgage, everything is really set to go. We just need the realtor to basically set it up for us. So that'll be perfect. No, we don't want him to skip work. So our realtor is here. Supposedly he's arrived. So we'll just see him show up at some point here. I don't know where he's at exactly, but supposedly he's here. Oh, there he is. All right, so we're going to go ahead and introduce ourselves to our realtor, and hopefully they will be able to get on, and we will get this started and be able to have a conversation with him about our realtor, real estate options that we're wanting and things of that nature. It looks like they, though, unfortunately have not really gotten on that well. They kind of really aren't getting on good. She just yelled at him. I think he probably tried to flirt with her a little bit, and she yelled at him. I'm pretty sure she just fired him, actually, and he has left the building. So that being said, I think we're going to need to hire maybe another realtor, because I think she just fired him. Yeah, I think she did. All right. I don't know if she fired him or not. Maybe let's see if we can get him to come back over and we can do some real estate options with him. Let's invite him to come back over to the lot and see. If he is no longer our realtor, we may have to hire another one, because I definitely need her to get on the ball with this. But those two definitely did not hit it off. Like, they instantly got red on their friendship bar. So they are not a good match as far as that goes. And it might just be that this is not salvageable as far as, someone that she's able to... Yeah, I don't have any way to do real estate options with him. So I don't think he works for us any longer. I think she actually did fire him. All right, so I'll probably just send him on home since that is the case. And I will hire another realtor because it looks like he is no longer actually our realtor, which is unfortunate. But sometimes I guess those things happen. Maybe she got like a bad feeling about him, and she was like, you know what, this isn't actually working out for me, and I think that maybe you need to leave. So I'm gonna have her go ahead and ask him to head on home, and we're gonna get her to hire a different realtor, and we will go with someone else that has a little bit more experience and a different rating, and see if we can find someone else that can fit our needs here, and will be able to find us a little bit of what we're needing. So he's trying to have a little bit of a conversation with her. It's not really going all that well, and I think that she's just going to tell him that he needs to go on. We are going ahead and hiring another realtor, and we are going to hire, I think I'm going to hire this blonde lady here. And she has also 5 stars. She's been doing this for quite some time. I think that she will be a good fit for us, hopefully. And we will set up an appointment with her and have her come over. And hopefully we will have better luck with her. And she will be able to get us into our forever home. And we'll be able to set up what we need with her as far as our needs for what we want as far as location and price range and things of that nature. The children are just socializing with one another and watching a little bit of television with their mom, which is fantastic. Obviously, they realize that, she seems to be quite busy and a little bit distracted, and they're not really sure kind of what the deal is with that, but thankfully they are able to entertain each other, they're able to entertain themselves, and so that obviously works out well for them, and we love that. It does look like Sophia is in there in bed, so she's getting herself a little bit of sleep, which is fantastic. Candice and Reva are just spending some much needed quality time together. And so I absolutely love that. They are bonding a little bit because, as we know, Sophia and Candice are really, really close, and usually they spend majority of their time together. Obviously, they love their brother Reva, but the twins generally are closer to each other than they are to anyone else. But, when push comes to shove, they invite Reva to come and join them, and they enjoy playing with their brother as well. So Danika is just spending a little bit of time here on the computer, killing a little bit of time while she waits for the realtor to show up. And when the realtor shows up, hopefully we'll be able to go ahead and set our needs for that. It does look like Finley has arrived home, and we will be celebrating Angelica's birthday soon as well. I was kind of hoping we were going to be able to make this realtor experience happen a little bit quickly, and we were going to be in a home before we had to age up Angelica, but it just doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. So it's just taking a little bit longer than I had anticipated it taking. The realtor is supposedly here, and when she actually, decides to, make her presence known, oh, there she is. Okay, they just literally spawn in the house. All right, so we're going to come over here. We're going to give her a friendly introduction, and we are going to then discuss with her what it is that we want for our options of real estate. We're also going to talk to her about possibly selling our current home. I don't know if we can actually sell the home that we're currently in. I think we have to wait until we purchase something new before we can sell this one. But we will just see what our options are. And so she'll ask about all of those things, and we'll see how that goes. So Danika's just going to come in, and I'm really hoping that she's able to get on with this lady and that things go well. It does look like she's kind of flirty. Oh, now she's feeling focused. Okay, great. So she's going to talk to her about some real estate. She's going to ask if she can sell the real estate for this house or if she has to wait until she purchases something else. And then we are going to go ahead and set our options as far as what it is that we want in our wish list for a new home. So it does look like we have, had a successful friendly introduction with her, and it does let me know that we can't sell this property because it's the only home we own, and so you can't sell the home that you currently live in. So we'll have to wait until we purchase another home, and then we'll be able to sell this one. So that's perfectly fine. I don't have a problem with that whatsoever. So we will go ahead and we will just let her know that our price range is, I don't know, something like $20K to $100K or something like that. I realize that the home is only $93,000 and some odd change, but I think with closing costs and things of that nature, it could potentially go up to $100,000. It may not, but you never know how bidding wars are going to go. So we'll just say to $100K, and we'll do that. And then we are going to tell her that we want the home to be in Tomarang because that is where the home is located. So we'll let her know that's where we want the home to be. And then we'll send her on her way and let her start looking. She's obviously going to have to get back to us once she finds a home within our range of price and within the location that we've told her that we want to live. And then once she finds us some houses in our budget, she'll give us a listing of homes in our area that we've chosen, and we'll then be able to go and see some homes. So we will have to wait until we hear back from her on that. So it is going to take a little bit of time. We are going to have to wait. Hopefully it doesn't take more than the 7 days that we've been allotted for the mortgage, because if it does, then our mortgage application of being pre-approved is going to run out, which is going to be horrible because we've been approved but only for the 7-day time period. So I'm hoping that this process with the realtor doesn't take longer than the 7 days that we have been approved for. So Danika's just going to tell Finley about her bank visit, and she's going to tell him that things went really well, that they were pre-approved, and that they got pre-approved for the full amount of the house that she's found in Tomarang, and that she was also able to find a realtor. We are going to also get her to get into the kitchen and get some meals making, just a meal, not multiple meals. But we're going to get her into the kitchen, get her cooking here, and that way everybody will be able to eat supper together here. Finley's like, so you had a successful day then? And she's like, I really did. And he says, well, that's really great. Like, I was actually kind of surprised to hear that. And she's like, why? And he's like, I don't know. I just felt like maybe we weren't going to be able to be pre-approved. I kind of thought that maybe we didn't make enough. And she's like, well, we make a significant amount of money. Like, you have a steady job. And even though, you know, I am freelance, like, I make a decent amount of money. She's like, so I think with our history, and then we also have money in the bank and a savings account through them, I think they realized that it would be good business to give us a mortgage. She's like, so yeah, I think that they trust that we're good for it. And so we got pre-approved. And he's like, well, that's amazing. And she's like, it is. She said, and then I found a realtor. The first realtor that I found was awful. She's like, but the second one seems to be really, really nice. And I think she's going to do well for us. I'm really hoping that she's going to be able to find us some listings. And he's like, that's wonderful news. She's like, I really think that it's going to go our way. And I'm really, you know, excited to be able to move into this home with you and the family. She's like, I'm really just really excited for our future. And he's like, I love that you feel that way, honey. I really do. So these two are obviously feeling really good. He is feeling a little bit better about the way things went. I think he was really stressed. He was really worried about it. Clearly he's stress eating still. But I do think he feels a little bit better about things, and he's feeling like maybe this might all work out for them. Obviously he is still a little bit stressed about the financial end of things. But Danika is not worried at all. She feels like they can handle this and that things are going to go okay. And she just wants to be positive about this whole situation and the fact that they are going to get what they want. And she's hoping that they're going to be able to get into the forever home that she's found for them. So she's feeling really positive. She's feeling like things are really going to go their way. Danika, get your butt back in the kitchen and finish that meal. She's like, but I need to go outside and talk to Reva. But you need to finish supper, really. So Finley, can you clean up while she does that? She's going to come back in and finish supper, and you're going to clean up. And he's like, am I though? I guess not. All right, so she's going to finish this meal, and then I'm just going to have him clean up this trash here. And supper is done. We absolutely love that. And she's going to go ahead and call everyone to a meal. Everyone's going to come and grab a bite of this supper, which is going to be fantastic. And then everyone will have their supper for the evening. And then, oh, Angelica is like, I need to be fed. I need to be changed. Okay, we're coming. Maybe we can get Dad to come in and give you a little bit of a change here. Mom's just getting herself a bite to eat. And Dad is kind of feeling fine. He already had his meal, so he doesn't necessarily need to eat anything because he's not hungry. So we'll send Dad in to take care of the baby. So Finley can go in there and take care of the little one and give her a bit of a diaper change. There we go. We love that. And he is just like, hi there, little one. I haven't seen you all day. And he's going to just give her a little bit of a rock and a little bit of a cuddle. And he is feeling super inspired. And she is loving the fact that her daddy's home from work and loving on her. And it's so, so sweet. But I do think we are going to go ahead and age up Angelica. She is a Scorpio. Her trait is going to be a wiggly infant. And we are going to jump into Cass with her and give her her makeover. So this is Angelica as an infant.
It's like we're running in circles, going around every day, getting stuck in the hurdles of yesterday.
Okay, so we are back in the game, and as you can see, Angelica has been aged up to an infant, and we are just going to go ahead and get her an infant bed here because, as we know, we need to have somewhere that she can sleep. So I'm just going to get her a little bit of a stroller here, I think, and that way we can put her down so that she can sleep here in a little bit of a stroller. But I am going to go ahead and be leaving this episode here. And we will, in our next episode, hopefully be able to find our way into our forever home, and we'll be securing that and seeing some options for that from our realtor, and yeah, moving closer into getting into that forever home, which is going to be fantastic. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when new episodes go live on the channel. And I will see you guys in our next episode of Joy of Life. And until next time, I'm going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.